Football in Nigeria is more than a sport. It is part of our identity. And though we may disagree on some factors of the game, one thing is certain: even with said differences, we can still sit around for 90 minutes for the sake of the game. But is football in Nigeria all about the game played on the field? In 1933, the colonial government of the Royal Niger Protectorate founded the Nigerian Football Association, NFA. It was formally launched in 1945 and was saddled with the responsibility of serving as the official governing body of football in Nigeria. The NFA formed the foundation of Nigerian football by creating the first national football team in 1949. And in 1959, the football governing body then became member of the Confederation of African Football, CAF, and also joined the Federation International de Football Association, FIFA, in 1960. With these influences and circumstances within a period of time, the Nigerian Football Association, NFA, was then changed to the Nigerian Football Federation in 2008. The 38th Football Administration in Nigeria was led by Amaju Melvin Pinnick, who emerged through legitimate election in September 30th, 2014 and was re-elected in 2018 for a second term.
Before Amaju Pinnick became the president of Nigeria Football Federation, in fact, at the time when politicking was on, Amaju Pinnick was nowhere close to even contesting for any post.
It was not even in the calculation in the first place. A lot of game plan, counter game plans, and to the extent that there were even some court cases trying to stop the elections.
Being a tactical politician who started right from secondary school, he studied the ground and he was able to penetrate.
I also see him as a destiny child who, God appointed from heaven to come and see how he can do his own bit for a Nigerian football, and I think he has done it.
He has always shown deep interest in organizing football, events, competitions, award ceremonies, things to do with football, and he was very methodical about it.
He was very much involved in self-development.
Amaju Pinnick has always been passionate about development through sports and entertainment. The interest and passion began from his younger days as a student in secondary school up until his university days, and even after. This spurred him to pursue a career in sports development. He began his career in sports development serving as the personal assistant to Sepp Blatter, the former FIFA president, in 1999. Over the years, his fervency in sports development was inescapable, thus earning him the opportunity to serve as the elected second vice chairman of Delta State Football Association in 1999. And in 2002, he was elected as the first vice chairman, Delta State Sports FA. And in 2005, he was elected as the chairman, Delta State Football Association. Due to his exceptional performance in sports developments in Delta State, he was then appointed as the executive chairman of Delta State Sports Commission. In 2014, Amaju Pinnick contested for the office of the president of the Nigerian Football Federation and won. In the history of the Nigerian Football Federation administration, there has never been a president who has served 2 terms. There must be a reason for this.
Today, not only that he is the president of Nigeria Football Federation, but the only president, the only person who was able to get second term as the president of Nigeria Football Federation. And where did he get the second term? In the northern part of the country, having come from a minority tribe and group in Nigeria. And he was able to have a very massive support from both the north, the south, and everywhere in Nigeria. So that is to show you how apt he is as a sports politician.
His leadership, to start with, you can ask anybody in the board of the Nigerian Football Federation. It's about collective. Pinnick is somebody who can say, look, okay, he has his own ideas, but by the time he comes together and puts it on the table, other people bring other ideas that he thinks are valid and maybe would do better than what he's suggesting. He runs with it, and he will adopt it as his own.
To lead, you need to have a few things, in my opinion. The first thing is passion for what you're doing. Amaju has a lot of passion for football, and it didn't just start today.
I think he must count himself as lucky because, one, He was able to bring his board members and the Congress to be united. He was also able to weather the storm against government interference. It takes a man with a Trojan heart to do that kind of thing. He became a game changer, a stabilizing force, bringing all his firebrand approaches to issues. And honestly speaking, without any iota of doubt or fear of contradiction, I think that must have been the reason why he was able to be elected twice.
He determines the goal and then gets everybody to work towards that goal.
The 37 or 38 administration of Nigerian football under the leadership of Pinnick, Melvin, Amaju has tried his best. They have discharged themselves creditably well to see that they stabilize the system. And I think we have seen a lot of stabilization. Even though during the first tenure, Amaju, my friend, took time to see how, he can fight so many forces, because he had to battle with court cases. He had to battle with people who felt this young, dynamic gentleman should not be part of the system, who felt he was just, a product of circumstances, and as such, you can see that he was able to manage the crisis effectively, and you can see that the NFF we have today is doing better than, some that we've had in the past.
One good thing about Amaju is, as he brings an idea, he will also be thinking of how do we fund this, and most of the time, he tries to reach out to corporate organizations and individuals to come to our aid.
Before he came, they were not even being paid salaries. But he came, he made sure backlog of salaries were paid, and he tried to put round pegs in round holes.
But it was just one step after the other. Where you'd think that he wouldn't, there's nothing's going to come out of this. And he gets it done, and he gets the result.
Nigerian football has been stabilized under Amaju tenure in office.
The Super Eagles, the female teams, and others are seen as the face of the Nigerian Football Federation. So, externally, a lot of people judge football administration by the performance of the team without understanding that there are structures that governs football administration.
For an ordinary man walking on the street, is what he sees practically on the field of play. Either the Super Eagles is playing, either the under-17 boys or girls, either the Super Falcons or the Falconets. To administer the federation alone is not easy. For those people that are playing, you must be able to get good sponsorship for them. You must be able to get quality kit sponsorship for them. Welfare is there. Even the youth development is there, which people don't see. The technical development is also there. The leagues are also there, because these are issues of the federation. The federation actually has control over the leagues, but have been able to second it to the league managers. The federation itself is an image maker of the country. It's a brand, it's a national carrier, and his exposure has been able to bring so much goodies to the Nigerian Football Federation generally.
Sometimes he goes out of his way to even use his personal money to make sure that the Nigerian football is run. There was a time we had a problem of getting a flight. He had to use his card to block and get us a chartered flight, take our players for a competition. That happened several times. The fact is that you cannot talk of African football today without mentioning Amaju Melvin Pinnick. We started before him. But I can tell you without any fear of contradiction, he's ahead of us.
It all seemed so surreal, though it was with also his position with CAF. A lot of us, I for one, also thought that, look, this guy has started again. You're just new. You are barely 4 years old as president of the NFF. We've had Nigerians who have been, who have served the continent for so many number of years, and nobody, not one, got it under 4 years. And here you are.
He came as the president of the Nigerian Football Federation within that first term. He became an executive board of the Confederation of African Football. And not only that, he was also the vice president of the Confederation of African Football and the president of AFCON. He played a very significant role in bringing in the then president of CAF into that exalted seat. He has also done a lot to promote the name of Nigeria by bringing in so many Nigerians into subcommittees of CAF and even in FIFA.
He's already shown that he has these qualities. So there's no doubt in my mind that, and indeed, we all should pray that he gets to the largest stage to represent us. You may like him, you may not like him, he certainly would help Nigeria at that level.
No administration in the history of Nigerian football has been plagued with trials and distraction as much as this administration. Amidst the turbulence, the Amaju-led administration strived in staying focused and delivering innovative solutions to developing football in Nigeria.
In the past few years, there have been a lot of challenges under his leadership as the leader of the NFF.
You cannot beat his exposure. He has been able to bring his business acumen into the administration of Nigerian football. And for any leader who has that crisis management skills, who is very effective in communication, somebody who is transparent, somebody who is honest.
Amaju Pinnick over the years is known for his diplomacy, innovative thinking, unique interpersonal problem-solving skills, and this has seen him grow a network of influential men and women from all walks of life, both locally and internationally, who are passionate about creating value. And this has obviously rubbed off nicely on the football administration in Nigeria, in Africa, and across the world. His track record of experience in running successful businesses on the Brownhill Investment Company that covers construction, entertainment, oil and gas, marine logistics, and general consulting, before becoming the president of the Nigerian Football Federation, also served as a plus to the network of corporate relationship management expertise for the NFF. This is also evident in his bid to improve financial independence for the Nigerian Football Federation through sponsorship secured during his tenure. On resumption of office in 2014, funding from corporate sponsorship was at almost 0%. Amaju's innovative thinking and network of corporate portfolios became an asset to the Football Federation, which then brought an increase in corporate sponsorship from 0 to 80%. And this was eminently captured in the yearly audited financial report by PwC.
You know how to get people to buy his ideas and to buy what he believes in. And that has helped the NFF so much. You can see the unprecedented level of partnership that has come into the NFF, breaking all kinds of bounds, despite all the distractions and the issues that have come.
Amaju's personality has changed the face of sponsorship of Nigerian football. We've had sponsors before, but because I've also been in the know.
Pinnick told me that, don't worry, I'm going to get CAF president to come here. Not only him, that Giovanni himself is going to come. I said, wow. Giovanni is not easy when you also see Aliko, you see my Egbon Aliko, you see my big Egbon, my senior in the industry as well, CBN governor, you see Samad, you see, you see Fax, you see so many countries, MTN, all of the big names, corporates, under one roof. It's only Pinnick that can do that. How he does it, I don't know.
My other brother, Amaju Melvin Pinnick, who is a great ambassador for Nigeria in the world. He's now part of the FIFA Council, of my council, is part of my executive board. And we need fighters like Pinnick to get our ideas through.
A lot of the partnerships we've had over the past few years have been, Amaju has brought us in to football, and which has elevated the partnership with the private sector.
That acumen they had, to rebrand the Nigerian jersey and make it so attractive as it is now, is a kudos to Pinnick-led administration. Before now, I was not even wearing, if you give me the Nigerian jersey, I'll just dash it to somebody or wear it down. But now I won't wear it to functions, to social gatherings. Recently, I was told that even Nike wanted to back out. But even in the last days of his administration, whereby he would have said, oh, after all, I'm leaving, let me leave. But he had to appeal to them to sign a 4-year contract, even though some people are thinking, why should he sign a contract when he's leaving? But as a matter of fact, that Adidas had walked away, Puma had walked away. If we had lost Nike, where are we going to? These are the leading kit manufacturers in the world. Even NBL wanted to walk away, but he had to, again, appeal to them to at least sign a 1-year contract, which he has done. And other sponsorship, it was during his time that, we got an official airliner that was, globetrotting us around during matches, both locally and internationally.
The way we have tried to bring legends into the mainstream, into recognition, is something that, we're proud of. And nobody can take it away that it was under his presidency that happened.
We thank you very much. We are grateful. We thank you for this event. Oga Amaju, we thank you for doing it. We thank you all. Oga Sheyi, thank you very much. Oga Diko, we thank you too. And we thank you the most, Nigerians. God bless you. Thank you.
As a leader, Amaju has been instrumental in alleviating the sufferings of many associated with football through his foundation, the Brown Hill Foundation, which was created with the sole aim of assisting fewer privileged individuals in getting quality education through sponsorship. The foundation has given exclusive education scholarship to many, including those related to football. The foundation has given exclusive education scholarship to the children of late ace sports broadcaster Timi Ebekagboro and also the late Tulu Abe and more since they passed in 2017 and 2018 respectively. No doubt the Amaju-led board have encountered a lot of difficult challenges that has never been seen before, but consistently found innovative ways to solve them and sought to lay a good foundation for the next set of leadership.
He's always willing to support, always willing to give of himself for a better cause, for a better society.
The legacy they will leave behind, a good foundation that, will create a solid Super Eagles, solid Super Falcons, our youth team. Above all, they have been able to live unity.
It is about Nigeria. It is about good representation of Africa, and Amaju has the capacity to do that.
And by going to the next level he's trying to go, I'm sure he's just going to have opportunity to do more.
I hope that the next president can take it from there as well and move it to the next level.
Amaju reflects the very smartest, amongst the most committed, and amongst the most talented African leaders. A leader that gives all of us confidence about the future of Nigeria, about the future of Africa.